All right, everyone, brace yourselves because the world of AI-driven animation and, yes, deepfake technology just got a massive shakeup. If you've been following this channel, you know that tools creating ultra-realistic human animations have been getting incredibly sophisticated. For a while, ByteDance's OmniHuman1 made huge waves and was considered by many to be the king of the hill when it came to realism.
Well, it looks like there's a new contender stepping into the ring, and it's coming in swinging.
I'm talking about a brand new open-source AI model from Tencent called HunyuanVideo-Avatar. And get this, according to the latest benchmark scores and technical analyses, this tool isn't just good, it's outperforming previous top-tier models, including the highly acclaimed OmniHuman1. We're seeing numbers in areas like lip sync accuracy and emotional expression that are setting a completely new standard. So, is HunyuanVideo-Avatar the new deepfake champion? We're going to dive deep into what this tech can do, look at its features, and stick around because later in this video, I'm going to put HunyuanVideo-Avatar to the test myself on their online platform to see if it truly lives up to these incredible claims. Let's get started. So, what exactly is HunyuanVideo-Avatar at its core? It's an advanced AI framework designed to generate incredibly lifelike, audio-driven animations of human avatars. Think of it as taking a still image of a person and bringing them to life based on a voice track. And it's not just limited to one person on screen. One of its standout features is its ability to handle multiple characters interacting, all synchronized to audio input. Imagine feeding it a dialogue and it creates a video of digital humans speaking those lines, complete with nuanced facial expressions and even emotional cues derived directly from the tone of the audio. This is all made possible by its new multimodal diffusion transformer architecture. That's a sophisticated way of saying it cleverly combines audio inputs, reference images of characters, and even specific emotional guidance frames to produce these stunningly realistic animated results. Now, before we get into the nuts and bolts of how this AI works its magic, let's take a look at some of the examples and demonstrations of what HunyuanVideo-Avatar is capable of. I've got a demo reel here, about a minute long, that really showcases its range. I'll play it for you now with the sound on so you can hear how it syncs up.
接下来就是见证奇迹的时刻。
Your wrist catches light as you pour the tea.
Would you look at that? He lost his points because he was cleaning his glasses.
嘿，瞧瞧我，是不是超级有范儿？
瞧我这身打扮，再配上这花，是不是超有范儿？
我最喜欢踢足球了，长大后我一定要成为足球明星。
在这色彩斑斓的世界里，我愿做自己故事里最温柔的主角。接天莲叶无穷碧，映日荷花别样红。
Come on, it's time to go. I booked the table for 8, and I'm not sure exactly where the restaurant is.
Hey, Allie, relax. This isn't work, this is a night out.
一会儿啊，我就按照这个顺序带着大伙儿游览一下咱们这太阳系。
哦，就按照这个水金火木土这么一个顺序。
So, as you can see from that overview, this tool is designed to work in a few different scenarios. If you have a single subject, it nails the lip syncing with your audio. And if you've got multiple subjects in the frame, it can animate all of them for you. Plus, look at the versatility in art styles. You can take a photo or character and generate animations in a cartoon style, a 3D Pixar-like style, an anime style, or even bring paintings and sketches to life. It seems like almost anything can be animated this way. Let's dive into some more specific examples. This is all about audio-driven human animation. Check this one out.
Tell me the weight of all these years that smooth green band has seen.
Wow, okay, right off the bat, the lip sync looks pretty much perfect there. You can see with this girl singing, the mouth movements are tracking the song lyrics flawlessly. And an interesting detail, did you notice the background? The flowers in the fields seem to be subtly animated too. So it's not always just the person. Sometimes the environment gets a touch of life as well. Here's another example. Take a look.
每一个瞬间都值得珍惜，与你共度每一个明天。
Seriously, look how clean that result is. I'm not seeing any of those weird jerks, distracting particles, or common problem areas that you often spot in AI-generated video. It looks like a perfectly smooth video. Now, it's fair to say these are official examples, so they're likely cherry-picked to show the tool at its best. We'll see how it really performs when I put it to the test myself later on. But let's continue. Check this one out.
也许最美的风景不在远方，而是当被不是因与体温相拥时，皮肤机制的那种温柔挣脱。
Okay, this example is in Chinese, and look at the head movement. It's incredibly realistic, isn't it? It's not just basic lip syncing, the whole upper body, the turn of the head, it's all animated very naturally. This looks like a fashion model, and the animation is top-notch.
当别人追赶潮流时，我早已活成了经典本身。
This one, I think, is one of the best generations I've seen from their showcase. You almost don't get that AI-generated feeling. It just looks real. Okay, so we've seen a lot of single-subject generations. Now, let's check out how it handles multiple subjects, like two people interacting. This is where things can get really challenging for AI. Let's see this first one.
只愿与你共赴未来。 岁月流转，情未减，时光温柔如初见。
Wow, that is impressive. It sounds like a Chinese song with both male and female vocals. And look, when the female voice is singing, her lips are syncing, and when the male lyrics come in, his lips are syncing. The overall animation, including the background, feels very naturally put together. It doesn't immediately scream AI-generated. Let's see another multi-subject example.
世界曾与我拥有，也曾与我汇聚。
This is also pretty amazing. These two girls are singing together, the lyrics are intertwined, and the video handles it so intelligently. Both of them are lip-syncing simultaneously. What's cool is they don't look like they're just mirroring each other. Their lip sync is the same because they're singing the same thing, but their head movements and subtle expressions are distinct. That makes it feel very natural. Okay, here's a similar video with two boys.
赠我小小一扇窗，也曾与我无敌。
You can see they look like twins. Same clothes, similar features. They're singing together, and the animation is very realistic. Notice how their head movements have slight differences, and their eye movements aren't perfectly identical. The lip sync is proper and synchronized for both. It really does look like a very polished tool in these examples. Okay, so beyond realistic humans, they also showcase different art styles. Here are some examples of that. You can see this one is in a kind of pixelated style.
What I mean by that is knowing what things to keep and what things to release. You can't carry all things. Decide.
Look at that! The animation is fantastic here. Obviously, the art style isn't going for realism, but the lip sync and the head movement are still incredibly well done. And in the same vein, here's a cat. A Chinese audio track has been given to this animated cat, and the lip sync is just great.
嘿，瞧瞧我，是不是超级有范儿？我可是时尚界的喵界明星哟。
And here is a 3D style example.
今天买到了超好看的草莓发夹，夹头上还有毛茸茸的小兔子。
So this is a 3D doll that's been animated and lip-synced. And you can see in examples like this, especially with distinct art styles, the background often isn't animated. The focus is purely on the subject, its head movement and expressions. I think that's a general rule for these stylized outputs. And this is a sketch. Look how a simple sketch has been animated, and in a very impressive way.
今天阳光正好，微风不燥，我想和美好撞个满怀。
So, how does it achieve this new level of quality that's supposedly pushing past previous benchmarks? First, there's a character image injection module. This is crucial for maintaining who the person is. Instead of just crudely overlaying features, it uses a more sophisticated adaptive feature modulation to weave the character's identity seamlessly into the animation. This drastically reduces that identity drift, where the animated person starts looking less like themselves over time. The claim is a 37% reduction in this drift compared to some older methods, maintaining a very high 0.91 SSIM consistency, which is a technical measure of similarity. Then there's the Audio Emotion Module, or AEM. This is where it gets really smart with feelings. It can analyze the emotion in an audio track or even look at a reference image showing a particular emotion and then ensure the avatar's facial expressions genuinely match that feeling. The benchmarks on the CREMA-D dataset, a standard for emotion recognition, show this model achieving around 89% accuracy in conveying the correct emotion in generated videos, which is reported to be better than previous leading models in this specific area. And for those complex scenes with multiple people talking, it has something called a Face-Aware Audio Adapter, or FAA. This is super important. This allows the AI to apply the correct audio and corresponding animation to specific faces in a scene, even if there are 3 or more characters speaking or interacting. It essentially uses face segmentation masks to make sure each person is animated independently and correctly. This is key for believable multi-character dialogues, preventing that weird thing where one person's mouth movements bleed onto another. It can achieve over 92% VZime accuracy for lip sync and maintain remarkable consistency even in long-form animations, sometimes stretching up to 5 minutes, which is a big challenge for many AI video generation tools. Now, the exciting part for many of you developers and AI enthusiasts. HunyuanVideo-Avatar is an open-source project. You can find its code on GitHub, look for Tencent HunyuanVideo, and the model itself is available on Hugging Face. This is fantastic for transparency, for learning, and for the community to potentially build upon and improve. But here's the big question. Can your PC even handle this beast? HunyuanVideo-Avatar is a powerhouse and needs a solid NVIDIA CUDA GPU. The developers say that 24 GB of VRAM is the absolute bare minimum just to get it chugging along, and expect it to be slow. For those truly stunning, high-quality results we saw in the official demos, they're recommending a whopping 96 GB of VRAM. Yeah, that's a steep climb and a serious investment for most of us. But here's a silver lining. The incredibly resourceful AI community is already working its magic. We're seeing reports of people getting this to run on systems with as little as 8 GB of VRAM using some smart tweaks and optimizations. It'll be slower, absolutely, and might have other trade-offs, but it's a fantastic sign that this powerful tech could become much more accessible in the future. Besides the very high hardware needs for native performance, there can still be occasional minor artifacts reported, like hair texture flickering during very rapid head turns. And the current version is primarily focused on facial and upper body animation, so not full body motion just yet. But the team isn't stopping here. Their roadmap for 2025 is ambitious and includes plans for full body animation by integrating with existing body models, aiming for real-time operation with latencies under 500 milliseconds, which would be amazing, and even expanding cross-lingual support to over 50 languages. Imagine the possibilities for automated dubbing, more immersive virtual reality spaces, and even advanced therapeutic applications. All right, now it's time to see this thing in action with a little test. If you look on their page, you'll find links to their GitHub, Hugging Face, and the research paper. There's also another link that says, "Try it now." If you click on this, it opens up their official Hunyuan demo website. Now, a heads up, the site initially loads in Chinese. But if you're using a browser like Chrome, you can just right-click and select Translate to English. And there we go, translated. Now, I've actually already run a few tests using some of my own pictures and audio, because frankly, it was taking a long time to generate each video. So, to save us some waiting time in this video, I've pre-generated them and I'll show you what I got. First, you'll see an option for text reading. Here you can type in some text. The catch is, when you input text, it first generates a voiceover for that text, and then it animates your uploaded picture to lip sync to that generated voice. The main problem I found here is the character limit. You're only allowed 50 characters. With such a short limit, you're only going to get about a 2 or 3 second audio clip generated, which really isn't ideal for most uses. I did try a quick one with a short phrase. I used the text, "Hey, what is the most amazing thing you have done?" and uploaded an image. Actually, it was a screenshot from the first frame of this video generated by Google's VO model.
What is the most amazing thing you have done in your life?
I subscribe to AI Quest, and that is the most amazing thing I have done in my life. Love you, AI Quest.
I just wanted to see how it would create a voiceover and animate. Here's the result.
Hey, what is the most amazing thing you have done?
Well, that's a bit funny. It generated a female voiceover but applied the lip sync to the male character in the image. And the result, well, it's not exactly a stellar example. So I quickly moved on to testing with my own audio and images. For the rest of my tries, I used the audio and image upload option. I took that same screenshot from the VO3 video, which admittedly wasn't super high resolution, and this time I extracted the full audio from that original VO clip, which had both male and female voices, and uploaded as a WAV file. Here's what HunyuanVideo-Avatar produced.
What is the most amazing thing you have done in your life?
I subscribe to AI Quest, and that is the most amazing thing I have done in my life. Love you, AI Quest.
So, as you can see, it's a bit of a funny video that's been generated. The clarity isn't fantastic, and that's probably because the image I initially gave it wasn't very high resolution. It had some noticeable pixelation. But looking at the animation, the interesting part is that even though the audio has both a female voice and a male voice, only the boy character is lip-syncing to both parts. The girl character is just standing there, her hair moves a little, but no lip sync happens for her. Also, if you look at the background, there's a person walking, kind of going back and forth, but it's not really a perfect or coherent background generation. The lip movement on the boy, when he is syncing, is actually pretty good. But the big issue here is the claim about intelligent lip sync, that male audio would sync with male characters and female audio with female characters. That didn't happen here. I thought maybe the low-resolution image was the problem. So for my next test, I upscaled that same initial image to improve its quality, then uploaded again with the exact same audio file. Let's see that result.
What is the most amazing thing you have done in your life?
I subscribe to AI Quest, and that is the most amazing thing I have done in my life. Love you, AI Quest.
Okay, so as you've seen, the overall video resolution and clarity are definitely better with the upscaled image. The background animation also seems a bit improved, with fewer obvious issues. However, the main problem persists. The intelligent multi-character lip sync still didn't really kick in as advertised for this scenario. The lip sync for both the female and male parts of the audio is still happening only on the boy character. So that aspect is a bit disappointing, and I'm not sure why it's not working as their research suggests, because that multi-character capability is one of their big claims. After these multi-subject tests, I decided to try a straightforward single-character animation. I uploaded an old image of Albert Einstein and used a few seconds audio from the script of this very video. Here's how that turned out. All right, everyone. Brace yourselves, because the world of AI-driven animation and, yes, deepfake technology just got a massive shakeup. Now, that looks pretty good for what it is. An 11-second video, and for a single character, it handled it well. One important factor to mention is the generation time. For the videos I generated on this platform, it took roughly 15 to 20 minutes per video. That's quite a long wait. And I imagine as more people find out about this and the website traffic increases, those generation times could get even longer, potentially taking hours for a single video. After this, I changed the picture and animated the next audio clip from my script. You can see it here. I put a picture of a cat wearing a suit and hat and animated my audio onto that. I gave it about a 9-second audio file with this image. If you've been following this channel, you know that tools creating ultra-realistic human animations have been getting incredibly sophisticated. So, you can see that this 9-second video I generated, overall, it's a very good animation. Very amazing, and what can I even say? Maybe it's just a cat, but the lip sync it has done is excellent. Apart from that, I did some more testing. Here is an image I often use for my thumbnails. It's a realistic type art style, but it seems the AI considered this image as a distinct art style input. I took the next short audio clip from my script and fed it this image, and this is what it generated.
Well, it looks like there's a new contender stepping into the ring, and it's coming in swinging.
So, as you can see here, the lip sync and head movement are amazing. But since it seems to have treated this as an art style image, it didn't animate anything else. No background animation, it didn't even animate the body or the hand that's visible in the image. So, it appears to handle these kinds of stylized inputs by focusing purely on the facial animation. So, overall, after playing around with it on their platform, my initial impression is a bit mixed. The core technology is clearly powerful, and the single character animation, like the Einstein example, can be quite impressive. The lip sync, when it's focused on one subject, is generally good. However, the multi-character intelligent voice assignment didn't work as expected in my tests. And the text-to-video feature is very limited by the character count. The long processing times are also a consideration. What do you think? Is HunyuanVideo-Avatar the new king of AI animation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more dives into the latest AI tech.